been talking about us getting our drinking water from the ground. Well, how do we actually do that? How do we access this groundwater if it's confined, hundreds of meters beneath our feet? Well, we can do that in a couple ways. The first way is through a natural spring. A natural spring is just a natural place on the Earth's surface where the aquifer intersects the surface of the Earth, and we have that natural discharge. However, this doesn't happen often enough to suit our needs. And so humans also drill wells. We drill holes down into the ground. We get down into those aquifers, both unconfined and confined, and we're able to pump out the water from deep beneath the Earth's surface. Right. So springs, as I said, they're locations of natural groundwater discharge, and they've been important resources of groundwater for humans for millennia. Before we were able to drill wells, we just settled near areas with natural springs. So a spring develops anywhere where the water table intersects the surface of the Earth, meaning that they most often happen at lower elevations, like in a valley. And they're marked by wetlands, lots of vegetation, saturated wet soils, streams, lakes, things like that. Now, as I said, there's not enough natural springs around to accommodate all of our needs. So we also drill wells. We drill wells, we drill holes deep into the ground, and we the hole of the well, the material in the well, it has little slits in it, little holes in it, which allows the water to go from the aquifer into our well, and then we pump it up to the surface. And we also pack sand around the wells to filter out some of that water, or to filter larger particles other than water out of the water. All right. However, when we pump water out of the aquifer, we create what we call a cone of depression, right? By pumping water out, we're actually sucking that water table downwards. You probably did this yourself anytime you've drank a thick milkshake out of a straw, right? As you suck that milkshake up out of the straw, you'll notice that the top of your milkshake will start to dip down a little bit, creating that cone of depression. The same thing happens in our water table underground. And this can be a big problem because anytime there's a really large well pumping out a lot of water, it draws the elevation of the water table down. And if you're, maybe a home that has a small individual well and a big industry next to you is creating a big cone of depression, it can actually dry up your well because your water table will start to be pulled downwards and your well might no longer be deep enough to actually access the water that it used to access.